Welcome back to Realm of Rolls. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you're following or subscribed wherever you listen so you never miss an episode. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can find us on Patreon, where you can access behind the scenes content. You can also join our Discord to chat with us, talk theories and keep up with campaign news. Links to both are in the episode bio. With that said, previously on the Emerald Vale, the party dissolved a gelatinous cube, looting its treasure, coins and a grab bag of nonsense, including sequin gloves and a bubble pipe. They made camp, and tropical rain turned into fog thick enough to swallow the jungle whole. A peaceful night's watch gave way to a quiet day, right up until they found a fresh dragonborn corpse and politely relieved it of a healing potion for Herbert, who continues to treat hit points as an optional luxury. Later, the jungle went silent. A boar tore through the undergrowth and an ogre followed, and somehow, by the ancient art of standing very, very still, they survived. That night, Sturges attacked. The party responded with a shovel, a sleep spell, and an elbow drop, then played cards for coppers like it was routine. The next morning, the map led them to a gorge and a rope bridge that looks one stiff breeze away from becoming a life lesson, with Ernest stepping on first. This is episode 4, Ker-Plank. It is quite rickety. You step onto it and it groans, and you feel, because this is a droopy bridge, as you begin to proceed across, you feel as you kind of get over it, it dips and kind of, because your weight is pushing down, it then kind of, you drop down further because this is droopy bridge.
Also, Herbert would be stood near the piton, but he wouldn't allow all of the rope to be loose. He would feed the rope out as Ernest is going, okay. I think.
Okay, cool. So the bridge is slippery. It is slidey. It is covered with moss and lichen and all sorts of slippery things. So, make me a acrobatics check, please.
Acrobatics. Oh, that wasn't good, was it? A 4 plus 6 for a 10.
Okay.
Should really that potion gave me advantage on those checks, shouldn't I?
It was on an athletics check.
Oh yeah, athletics. Sorry.
Okay, so as you make your way across, you take you're probably at the midpoint of the bridge. You take a step forwards, and a combination of the rope bridge being rickety, the slimy moss and lichen under your foot, you slip as the bridge dips down. And you slip off the side of the bridge and fall down below.
Ah!
Herbert, make me a strength check, seeing as you're holding on to the rope, which is now dangling a halfling.
That's an 11 plus 4 for a 15.
Okay, yeah, so you're strong enough. So Herbert is able to kind of catch you, combined with the fact that it wasn't slack rope. As you fall, the rope has kind of caught over the plank, like in the cross section, the plank and the rope on the side, and you're kind of left dangling a couple of foot below the bridge.
Okay, yeah. Maybe pull me up a little bit, please, Older.
Hang on.
Keep holding. Keep hold. Don't drop him.
Doing it now. He's just pulling, so he's just gently pulling on the rope because he doesn't want the rope to slip off the edge of the plank that it's caught on.
Okay. It won't, because there's
Oh, has he gone through? Right, okay.
No, because the rope bridge, it's got ropes, and they've got...
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Tension.
Yeah, got you.
Which it's caught in the joint where it's run through the plank.
Fine. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you can pull Ernest up. Ernest, you can get back onto the bridge.
Okay, yeah.
Are you continuing?
Yeah, sort of like steady himself and gather himself, and yeah, we'll proceed.
Okay, so you can make me another acrobatics check, please.
Oh, it's slightly better. It's a 5. That'd be 11.
Once again, you slip, going sideways off the bridge.
Ah!
Another strength check from you, Herbert, please.
God. That's a 12 plus 4 for a 16.
Yeah, that's all good. So you're able to kind of catch him and pull him back up again.
Yeah.
You're back onto the rope bridge.
Okay. I am going on my hands and knees.
Okay.
I'm crawling.
So you can make another acrobatics check, this time with advantage.
You reckon 7 and 8 now? Ooh, no, good. A 16 and a 19.
Yeah, okay, so that's going to be more than enough to get you. So yeah, you go on your hands and knees, you get slime all over your hands, all over your knees, and you stop at some point and you're shaking, and the whole bridge is kind of quivering backwards and forwards as you're shaking. But yeah, you manage to get over to the other side of the bridge, onto the opposite side of the gorge, and you're on solid land.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I am going to take the rope and piton and look for a rock to bash the piton in with.
Okay, yeah, you can find that.
Or I can focus my key and just like punch it into submission.
Okay, so,
Brilliant.
so make me a survival check. I want to see if you find a rock.
Ooh, good one. 18 plus a 2 for a 20, please.
I was
Yeah.
hoping you wouldn't actually.
You can find a rock to do
Put
that.
it in.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, we've got a safety line set up now. Yeah, I'll knock them both in for a safety line, so yeah, and sort of shout across and wave and say, should be okay now, I think.
Okay, so who's going across next?
I guess it should be me.
Yes, I think you'd better go next.
Can you maybe throw the rope back over so I can tie it around my waist, please?
No,
Okay.
because it's secured. Have you
Oh,
got
so you'll
another
keep it hold
rope?
of one end still. Sorry. Oh, perfect. Then I guess I'll have to just hold on tight and are you sure you got me? You got a nice strong grip, yeah?
Well, yes.
Okay.
It's tied off to the piton, so it's on the
Yes,
other
sir.
side now.
And you've got the other. Okay.
Both ends are tied off to the pitons. Look.
Okay.
So have you
okay.
have you got another rope?
No.
You haven't got a rope.
No.
Okay. So he gets his. I'm just trying to think how to do this now. Well, you'll just have to. I would go along on your hands and knees, and just keep your elbow through the rope, the secured rope at the side of the bridge.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Then I'll try that then. And I'll tell you what I will do. I have got my blanket, so I'm going to tie it around my waist and the rope in one sort of loop and try and tie it off as tightly as I could. Maybe even asking for Herbert's help.
I don't know whether you can do that, can you? Because there's ropes at the side of the bridge.
Yeah, you've run the ropes over the bridge.
Yeah.
Not through the sides, it's over the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then with having Herbert making sure it's nice and tight, I shall, on my hands and knees, rather shakily make my way across.
Okay, so make me an acrobatics check with advantage, please.
So the last couple of advantage rolls haven't gone terribly well here. Acrobatics. All right, fingers crossed. Okay, one of the dice was a 2. The other one was a 19. So
That'll do
plus
it.
2, 21.
Yeah, okay, so you're able to quite shakily make your way across the bridge. It doesn't go too badly for you. You know, it's a fairly smooth trip across. Okay, so
That could have been worse.
Herbert, you are left on the other side of the gorge.
Right. Do I look over the edge and see crocodiles in the bottom?
Oh yeah, you see crocodiles, piranhas. There's a kraken down there.
Herbert is now wishing that he'd taken the corpse to throw in first to keep them occupied, but he left it behind.
You know, it's even Indiana Jones where he's on the edge of the thing and there's like loads of shit ton of crocodiles
Yeah.
below. Yeah. You got that?
Yeah.
No, just joking.
Uh,
There's nothing below.
Right. Herbert is himself going to take the sensible option. He's not going to be stood up. He is going to go along on his hands and knees, and he is going to have one of his arms, the rope in the crook of his arm, wrapped wrapped through it. I mean, it's obviously it's relatively taut, but not so taut that he can't wrap his arm round it snake-like fashion. And he's going to start making his way by using one hand and sliding the other one along the rope and crawl across the bridge.
Okay, so make me an acrobatics check with advantage, please.
Acrobatics. So it's a 2 + 1 and 3 on the first, and a 13 + 1, which is 14 on the second. So it would be 14.
Oh shit, you're taking a plunge.
Really?
Yeah, you are. Okay, so as you start making your way across the bridge, perhaps with your added weight and bulk, you're crawling across, and the plank where you put your hand, your right hand, breaks, and you plummet head first through into the water below. With an almighty splash, you will take 2d6 falling damage.
Do I not save with the rope wrapped around my arm?
No.
Oh.
You take 5 points of damage as you hit the water below.
Okay.
And you are now in the soup.
36, okay.
So, is there any sight? Is it just like gorge, water at the bottom, nothing else?
There's nothing else, but it's a simple waterway. But as you are kind of stood on the opposite bank across the bridge, you can see that the bit you are stood on, you have the bridge, and then to your left, it drops down and flattens out.
It goes down to water level?
Yes.
Okay, so can we sort of rush down to water level?
Yeah, you can run down to water level and you can kind of stand at the bank, and Herbert's 30 foot upstream.
Okay.
Is the water flowing down to the... Oh, yeah, water's flowing downstream.
No, it's flowing upstream.
Yeah, no, got that. Got that. Okay, so is it fast flowing, or is it...
It's relatively fast flowing.
Right, okay.
Because obviously it's coming from a waterfall. So it is quite fast flowing, yeah.
Okay, so he's going to do his best to swim over... After the initial shock, he's going to do his best to swim towards the side. So as the water's flowing down, he's trying to swim over to the opposite bank.
Make me an athletics check, please.
Okay.
I just have to check the DC, because I just shut the DC. Okay.
That's a 17 + 4 for a 21.
17 + 4 for a 21. Yeah, okay, so with the 21, you are more than able to swim at a diagonal and get over to the shore, where you kind of crawl ashore, absolutely soaking in sodden, to meet Ernest and Gonner.
Right.
Yeah.
Scrabbles up to the side, wrings out
Yeah.
his cloak, and just generally just shakes all his stuff off to try and... Yeah, keep as much dry as possible.
Cool.
Okay.
You okay? You okay? You look a little wet and bruised
Yeah, it
as
was
well.
a bit of... It's a long way down when you fall. It's just not great, but it was kind of inevitable. It didn't look very stable, and I'm heavier than you.
At least there was no crocodiles.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I didn't see any. They didn't get me anyway.
You're too big and tough.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Puffs himself up with pride a bit. Lifts his
Nothing
shoulders
to
a
chew
bit.
on you. It's okay.
Probably didn't realise you were the same colour as one.
There you go.
Stunning. And with that, he will hand the potion bottle back. And
Okay,
just
cool.
say, I didn't think I might need it, but thank you.
Well, there's no problem. Don't worry. Just pop it back in the sack, and yep, we're good.
Okay.
I'm really wet now. Things have not gone that well so far. I suppose we better make our way back up and just get on with this.
Yes.
I was quite happy in the cask of coconuts. I could have just stayed there.
Yes, but no risk, no reward, and you know we're across the bridge now, and maybe not as intended, but you know we've done it, and should we press on?
Well, you did. I didn't really make it across the bridge, but well.
No, but on the plus side, you don't need to have your another bath until next year. Much better now. Much better.
Well, I think Herbert would just scowl slightly. Was all you get from him. And he's just going to gesture and start walking up the path, like the rickety path, the steep path that you've come down.
Okay.
Yep.
So you make your way back up to this bit of plateau. Path ahead of you seemingly leads back into the jungle. Are you following it?
Yeah.
Are you taking a break here? What do you want to do?
Can we study the map to see whether or not we're still facing the right heading?
Yes. So you can study the map, and looking at the map, you've got obviously there are no trails marked. This is deep jungle. You're just trying to get to a point on the map. Yeah, you would say looking at the map, you've kind of mapped your couple of days' travel. You've been following it quite closely, fairly good at reading these maps, and yeah, you say you're pretty much on track to be reaching your intended destination.
Okay, yeah. So as long as the map's pointing the right way, you can continue along, I suppose.
Yeah, while they've paused for a moment to consult the map, I think Herbert would have taken his cloak off, wrung it out thoroughly, tried to wring most of his stuff out that he's got, not that he's got a lot, and then put everything back on again.
Okay, excellent. So, yeah, you proceed following the trail. I mean, where you're stood in this plateau, although you've got obviously jungle spread out around you, you can perhaps just about see above some of the trees, you can just about see the western kind of coastline almost. You can see these very vibrant blue seas, and perhaps you can see like the smudgy haze of some of the other islands in the archipelago. So yeah, that would give you a fairly good indication that that's on your right hand side. You're definitely going in the right direction. You're heading deeper in.
Mm-hmm.
So, heading back into the jungle, as you enter back under the foliage, it is almost an immediate relief as the sun is taken off your backs, and it's pleasantly cool on your skin, having been left tingling stood exposed for a short while. So, proceeding onwards, everyone make me a survival check, please.
Okay.
A what check, sorry?
Survival.
Survival. Okay.
Ah, tremendous start.
Oh dear.
I could say the same. That will be a nat 20 plus 3 from Herbert, who is obviously very refreshed after his dip.
Wide-eyed and alert, okay.
Indeed.
Yeah, Ernest rolled an 8 with a plus 2 to it, so that's 10.
Yeah, about average.
And
Okay.
Gorno completes the trio with a natural 1 plus 1 for 2.
Oh!
There's a spread.
He's gone for the full range. Okay.
From hero to zero, I think they call that in order.
Okay, right. So, yeah. I mean, with a survival check of a nat 1, you're not doing good.
He's not surviving, is he?
No, I mean, with the nat 1, as you walk forwards, it hasn't been about 10 minutes before Herbert. At the front, you notice a patch of ground which looks suspiciously sandy. It looks quite beige, quite brown. Very suspicious, and you very quickly realise that this is quicksand.
Oh, God.
Ernest following behind. Make me a perception check, please.
Perception. A 6 with a plus 2 would be an 8.
Okay, so following behind, perhaps your view is obscured by Herbert as he steps around it. Both Ernest and Gonner promptly step into the quicksand.
God.
Oh,
You
really?
both sink. Starting with Ernest, you will sink 3 feet into the quicksand, and you are now restrained.
Who? How much have I sunk?
3 feet.
I'm only 3'2" tall.
Well, there we go. Then.
then breathing becomes a problem.
And Gonner, you also fall 3 foot into the
Oh,
quicksand.
no.
Oh, shit.
Also a problem for Gorno, because he's also only about 3'6".
Oh, my God.
We're just forehead and eyebrows at the moment.
Where'd they go, George?
Okay. Excellent. So, Herbert, what are you doing? Let's just very quickly, let's roll an initiative order. Very quickly.
Okay, yeah.
Where were you a moment ago?
That's a 4 plus 1 for Herbert, which is a 5.
A 10 plus 4 for Ernest, me 14.
Okay.
Can I use this roll for my new character's stats? Because I suspect we'll need one shortly. Gunnar has an initiative, an 18 plus 2 for 20.
Ooh, okay. The first one to be able to take any action in this situation is going to be you, Gunnar.
Blub, blub, blub,
Are you
blub.
going to try and... Blub, blub, blub. Okay. So are you going to try and pull yourself out?
Gunnar's going to reflexively hold his breath, squeeze his eyes shut, and start reaching out for anything that resembles solid ground and try to use that to just pull himself to the surface, at the very least, rather than just pull himself out just to get some air.
Okay, so... Yeah, because you're going to sink another D4.
That will be very quick.
At the start of each of the creature's turns, it sinks another D4 feet.
That's very quicksand.
Yes.
So it only sinks another 1 foot, but you are now completely submerged.
Yep, probably see his elbows and above, I would imagine.
Okay, so you are now submerged and you will start to suffocate. So, where are you? 183.
I refer you to my previous comments.
So you... Yeah. So, a creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier. So, if we just go around Gunnar and Ernest, let's just calculate that to start off with.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
I've got a con of plus 1.
so you can hold your breath for 2 minutes.
And Gunnar has
Okay.
a constitution modifier of plus 2 for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Nice.
So 3 minutes, excellent. So
Could have been
you
worse.
sink underneath the surface of the quicksand, disappearing. You can use an action on your turn to make a strength check if you want to try and escape.
Instead... No, not instead.
Okay.
That reflexively, he'd absolutely try to do that. So, yeah, he's just going to try and frantically just get back to the surface through any means necessary at the moment.
Okay.
He has a -1 on this, so I'm not anticipating a lot of success, but we're going to give it a go. Oh, 15 minus 1 for 14.
That will get you out. Just. Yeah, so you very quickly dip under the surface of the quicksand and then, struggling frantically, manage to pull yourself up and out in a very undignified heap.
What, just his head? So he can breathe?
No, he manages to pull himself out.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so you are now free of the quicksand and able to breathe. So, next up is Ernest. What are you doing? So you're going to sink another D4 to start off with.
Oh, great.
For another 2 feet, pushing you down to 5 foot deep. So now you are under the surface.
Okay.
Oh, he's fully submerged.
Yeah, so... Same as Gunnar, I think the first round would just be like sheer panic, just trying to scrabble back up. There's just like knee-jerk reaction, so we'll go for the strength check on the first round and see what we get.
Okay, so roll it.
Nat 20.
Oh, wow.
There's a time
You
for
like
it.
levitate out of there? Key-infused fart. Straight out.
Yeah,
Catapults himself out.
it's got to be.
So yeah, with a Herculean effort, yeah, you two scrabble up and out of there, able to kind of plonk yourself back onto seemingly solid land next to Gunnar, heaving.
Presumably they're sprawled on the floor at this
Oh
point.
yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say so.
Flat on the back, just looking up. Yeah.
Yeah, covered in gritty, grimy, clayey, silty, sandy dirt.
So I'll spit out some of the bits I've got in my mouth. Try and clear that out.
Well, I'll hear this spitting sound and a bit of a commotion behind me, and Herbert will turn around and say, "Oh, what are you two doing on the floor? What's gone on? What did I miss?"
Sorry.
Just breathing. Just trying to breathe at the moment.
Ernest sort of lay flat on his back with his arms out, just sort of looking up at Herbert and appeared to be quicksand there. No one left a sign or anything. We must mark that on that map.
I think Herbert would just chuckle. Well, that was stupid, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was nice to have a handout, and me and Gunnar were left there to fend for ourselves. What were you doing?
Herbert will reach his two quite meaty hands out, one to each as they're next to each other, just offering to grab their hands if they want to take it and help them, haul them both up.
Okay.
Absolutely would grab your wrist, get as much muck on you as possible, and accept the lift up. Give you a big hug as a result, as a thank you.
I think Herbert would flap his cloak to flap some of the rubbish off, do the circular wrist motion and flick whatever was on his wrists back at each of them.
Ah, that's not very. Look, that's just not very friendly. You. And he's just going to stand back, think for himself for a moment, and cast a very simple little spell. And he's going to do it a couple of times. And casting Prestidigitation, he's going to firstly get all the sand off. Then he's going to use the second use to clean off anything else that's on him. Then he's going to dry himself very pointedly, looking at the still soaking cloak that Herbert's wearing. I think he's going to do the same thing for Ernest.
Okay.
Brilliant, yeah?
Yeah, you're now clean and dry.
Ace. So at that, Ernest will get the map out and get his quill and put a big sign saying, "Danger, quicksand," in brackets, deep.
Enjoying like a little skull and crossbones, are you, as well?
Yeah, going for the full fantasy map here.
A little arrow, here be dragons.
Yeah.
Little footprints on it that disappear as they go into the quicksand.
So, having successfully navigated a patch of quicksand, it was quite an extensive one, so it was kind of occupying this kind of 10-foot deep area. You walk up into the forest and make sure you're not stepping through that again, and you carry on. The path, this very faint trail that you were following, leads gently sloping downwards. You say probably heading back towards kind of a flatter terrain level. And it's only a further, maybe an hour maximum of travel before you can hear the lazy bubble of water. It grows steadily louder as you approach a break in the foliage. A large clearing awaits you, flooded with sunlight. Inside, 2 huts, one large and rectangular in shape, and one small and squarish. Crude wooden walkways have been haphazardly laid over the muddy ground, and to the north is a shoddily constructed platform being steadily consumed by the expanding trunk of a large tree. The water is clear and punctuated by lily pads, small mounds of deposited earth hidden by waxy, verdant foliage. Does anyone have passive perception 14?
Nope.
No. Okay.
No.
Excellent. So, what are you doing? This is a scene laid out in front of you.
That's
And this is a pool, did you say?
No, river.
Oh, a river. Okay.
River runs through here.
What time is it now?
Early afternoon, mid-afternoon. Okay, right.
And do the wooden walkways go from one side of the river to the other? Is it sort of like a crossing with dwellings on it?
No. So where you're approaching, you have this river. It's not very wide. I don't know, you say maybe about 10 foot wide, and it looks quite shallow. It's more like kind of like a very wide, lazy stream.
Okay.
And it's dotted with like a very small kind of build-ups, like little humps of earth. Over the river is this muddy ground. And you can see these 2 huts, platform, and the walkways are just kind of covering the ground in between the huts.
Okay. Right, yeah. So like the land like boggy and it's sort of to stop you sticking
Yes.
in boggy ground. Okay.
Are there any footprints in the mud?
Does everybody want to make me a perception check, please?
Yeah.
That's 12 plus 3 for 15 for Herbert.
18 plus a 2 for 20 for Ernest.
And 5 plus 1, 6 for Gunnar.
Okay, so Gunnar, perhaps trying to squint and look at the mud to see if you can find any footprints. You very much ignore the fairly obvious. The others, as you look around, I'll go through each of the areas individually. This large hut is poorly constructed, with a dirty yellow frond thatched apex roof. littered with supports. Moss has grown over the entire building, giving it a mottled effect. The entrance is large and dark. The smaller hut is squatted squarish, again with moss growing over the entire building, and the sides are open, revealing a rough sleeping space, you would say. Inside this hut, you can see a deep bullywug lying asleep. Its spear can be seen leaning against a corner post with a small circular wooden shield. The platform to the north is roughly constructed, standing 10 foot off the floor, bound together by vines. A ladder constructed from scavenged planks provides access. The platform has been built into a large tree, its trunk now growing around the unnatural intrusion. Standing guard atop this platform is another deep bullywug, this one armed with a crude shortbow. To the left of the platform, there is what appears to be a supply store, a stash of barrels and boxes piled up haphazardly, where you can see yet another deep bullywug sorting through the contents. And in the centre of the camp, there is a small circular pool sunken into the ground, providing what you'd assume is the perfect wallowing spot, as you can see yet another deep bullywug bathing. So, in summary, you can see 4 of these creatures.
Could or do any of the party know anything about bullywugs?
Yes, so you would all know a bit about bullywugs. Bullywugs are a common sight in Ireland. Colonies are frequently driven from the jungle regions closest to Brent and are usually treated as a minor inconvenience. However, their less developed cousins, the deep bullywugs, are more ferocious. They are found within the depths of the jungle, larger in stature and darker in colour. These creatures will attack on sight and show no mercy. Colonies of deep bullywugs are ruled with an iron fist, typically by the largest, and therefore the meanest, bullywug available. The exception to this is if there is a variant known as a deep chief in the tribe. Deep chiefs are easily identifiable by their bright colouring, coming in vibrant hues of dark frog blue, yellow, red and green. The creatures are aggressive and hostile, appearing to communicate via croaks and gesticulations rather than any form of common tongue. They will always attack first, negotiate never, although may be intimidated by a sufficiently imposing opponent. And this would be fairly common knowledge around Ireland.
Okay.
And certainly for anyone who's adventuring and delving into the jungle, this would be something that you would be aware of.
Okay.
Gorna presumably hasn't actually seen these, so does we continue to study these the mud for footprints, and maybe his eyes might flicker upon an errant frog and he'll just continue watching that for the moment.
So as Ernest is looking, he sort of spies them and sort of like nod at Herbert and then look to the other side and Gonna's sort of looking at a small frog, sort of just get his hand like round the bottom of his chin and sort of just like redirect him to like draw attention to the what it is, and sort of go like shush him and sort of like point.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Shall we back away slowly? Maybe.
Are we exposed and in the open at this point?
Yeah, I mean, you're certainly not attempting to find and you're not in cover, you're just kind of stood there. You're in the tree line, so it's providing some natural cover, but...
Okay, alright, so we are in the tree line, okay. I think Herbert would take half a step back, so just a little bit further into the tree line, just half a step, and turn around and say, well, have we got to go through this area? Can't go around, is this where the path goes? I haven't got the map.
Should we talk about this a little bit further back, maybe just a little, and he will just shrink back into whatever foliage is available.
Okay. So as you begin to move backwards,
Oh god.
Herbert and Ernest perhaps paying a bit more... Actually, no, probably Ernest perhaps paying a bit more attention, having not moved or taken any action at this point. You will notice the bullywug who appears to be on guard is looking in your direction.
Yeah.
And as you watch, it hops down off of this 10-foot high platform, just jumps straight down, and begins slowly, with its bow and arrow knocked, moving towards the river.
Yep, definitely hiding.
Yep.
I think it would be a good idea to actually use these trees as some cover. There's more of them than there are of us, I think.
Get down, you big lummox.
Okay, at this point, I want the three of you to make stealth checks for me.
Okay. Stealth. That is a 9 plus 1 for a very average 10. For Herbert.
Okay.
Hold on. No, I rolled the worst possible outcome.
Oh, shit.
So that's going to give me a 5 all in with a nat 1.
Okay. Excellent. So we've got a nat 1. Oh, sorry,
Gunnar will
Eric.
lead the group with a 12 in total. Amazing, huh?
So we've got a 12, a
10.
10,
5.
and a
Well,
nat
5 with a nat
1.
1.
And a nat 1. Okay, so.
Nice try.
Dear. Okay. As Herbert and Gunnar take a couple of steps back, disappearing backwards into the foliage, not being particularly stealthy about it in any sense, Ernest, you are left kind of stood there in it's decent cover, but unfortunately this bullywug seems to be very, very sharply sensed, very keen senses, and as you kind of stand there, you don't really need to crouch because you're short anyway, but as you kind of stood there, takes one step closer, makes direct eye contact with you, these big yellow bulging frog eyes with the vertical slits in them, and proceeds to shoot at you. So it is going to range weapon attack, 3, a 13 to hit you.
Nope, no hit.
Okay, no hit. So it releases this arrow. It's a very crude arrow. You can see it's poorly constructed, and it flies over your head, clattering into the trees and the brush in the forest. And with that, you see the bullywug, which was asleep, begins to rouse. The one stood by the supplies turns round to face, and the one in the pool begins to raise upwards.
Let's hope it's got a loincloth on. I can't deal with that.
Having only been able to previously see just its eyes blinking above the water, it raises upwards, standing to its full height. And roll initiative.
Surprise!
Oh,
Yeah. Where was that earlier? 18 plus 4 for a 22.
Nice.
That's a 17 plus 1 for an 18 for Herbert.
18.
and a 3 plus 2 for Gunnar.
Oh, God.
Excellent. So, let me... Kicking off, top of the round, Ernest, you're up.
Okay, so with the arrow flying past him, Ernest will sigh and roll up his shirt sleeves and go, oh, all right then, put him up. Very sort of like, I don't want to be doing this, but we're going to have to. He will,
Camp bouncer.
yeah. How far away is the bullywug that shot at me?
So the bullywug that has shot at you is probably, I'm going to say about 25 foot away from you.
Okay, that's too far away. So, yeah, you can. Okay, what we'll do, we'll take a little step forward to make it within range, and we'll throw a dart at him.
Okay, so you're going to step forwards, you're going to break the lines, you're effectively now at the water's edge,
Yeah. Okay.
and you're going to chuck a dart. So roll to hit for me.
Okay. 16 plus 6 for 22.
Bang on, yes, there we go. So you throw this dart, it hits, roll the damage.
Okay. Chip damage. 3 plus 4. 7 points of damage, please.
7 points of damage. Excellent. So let me just double check. Yes, so 7 points of damage to the one with the bow.
Yeah, the one that shot at me. Yeah.
Excellent, yes. So you take a step forward, you flick out this dart. Bang! Hits into this bullywug, pierces this green kind of leathery looking skin in the shoulder, and yeah, you've dealt some pretty good damage. It kind of squeals at you.
Excellent.
And they're all clad in very much like loincloths, which look to be made out of some kind of like hide or leather. And you see a couple of them have got kind of like rough fabric which they've wrapped around their necks in some kind of scarf, and perhaps some wrapped around their wrists and ankles. Very, very crude looking, very, very primitive. Okay, so at the end of your turn.
Can I use any more movement after? Or?
Yeah.
Just sort of
yeah.
just step back again, essentially, sort of run in, throw a dart, skim back
Yeah,
out.
so you skip back out, no issues.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is the one with the bow, who is very much going to return fire at you.
Bring it.
With a 10 to hit, which isn't going to hit.
No.
Okay, yeah, so again, you see this knocks this crude looking arrow. It looks bent, it looks rickety, doesn't look great. Fires off at you, and it kind of, the flight is cut short. You'd say probably the shaft is bent on it, and it plummets into the ground at your feet, kind of just burying there quite sadly before falling down.
Put my hands on my hips, look at it, look back up at him, just shake my head at him.
Okay, and the bullywug will proceed to move 10 foot forward, looking at its comrades and just kind of screeching. Yeah, go for it.
Can I just check the scene that we're looking at? So
Yeah, sure.
the trees that we are basically using as some kind of cover
Yep.
are right up against the water, near the water's edge.
They're about 5 foot back, but yeah.
Okay, and then the little river stream thing is about 10 foot, and then they
No,
are
it's
15 foot
about
back.
25.
No, you said 10 foot.
I did say 10 foot, yes, sorry, it's about 10 foot, yes.
And then they are 15 foot back from that, so that gives us
Yes.
the 20. Okay, that's cool, that's fine. Just checking so I've got it in my head.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
No, yes, it is your turn.
Are we sure?
Smooth.
Okay. I think Herbert is totally cheesed off with this trip so far. He was
Okay.
having a lovely drink in the cask of coconuts. After that, it all went a bit south.
Okay.
I don't know what direction we're heading, but his trip headed south. He's going to break cover from the trees. He's going to rage, and he is going to reckless attack as he charges through the water straight at the nearest bullywug.
Okay,
Nice.
so you're going for the one with the bow, who is basically stood at the water's edge now.
Yeah, he's nearest, and he's having it at this point. As he's charging across, he's pulling his great axe out and he's going for
I
it.
just get the image of him fucking rugby tackling bastard.
I hadn't thought of that.
Okay.
We'll see what happens later.
So you're raging, you're reckless attacking, you're charging across.
Yeah.
You're going to hit it. Roll to hit.
Roll to hit. Right. I am going to roll to
Do you
hit.
get any advantages on that roll from the reckless attack and the rage, or?
I'm just checking that now. So it's a +6 to hit, and reckless attack.
So make it an advantage?
Yes, it does make it advantage on weapon attacks. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so roll with advantage.
So that's an 8 + 6 for a 14 on the first, and a 12 + 6 for an 18 on the second. So we'll be using that one.
That hits, yeah.
That hits. Okay.
18 hit.
So I've got to roll damage, which will be a 1d12 + 4 slashing damage.
Do you get +6 on that because of the reckless, did you say?
No.
Bonus to hit, but the rage should give a
No,
+2
it's
in
just-
damage, I
right,
think.
So you get 4.
No, its first attack per turn is reckless attack, that's it, and I just get advantage on weapon attacks using strength. But attack rolls against me until my next advantage, my next turn have advantage.
Okay, cool. So you've rolled, so 1d12.
It is a 5 + 4, so that's 9 points of damage.
Sam, just checking, what is your strength bonus?
My
The
what?
strength bonus,
Strength
strength
bonus.
modifier.
It's 4.
So it'd be 6.
Yeah, 'cause you get +2 for the rage.
Damage for +2.
What? Oh, +2 for my rage. Oh yes, so I do get +2 for my rage. Yeah, sorry, so it would actually be 11 points of damage.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Yes, forgetting that. Never forget damage.
Excellent, yeah.
That's a sin. Yeah,
So
he's
you-
going to be sort of like "Bah!" as he goes.
Okay, so set the scene. You've got an orc charging across with a. You've got a bullywug screaming. There's a lot of screaming going on at this point.
his legs are running quite wide, and
All
his
the
hands,
birds have gone up.
and his
His legs are running wide, like.
Yeah, no, because he's really pacing, so his legs are quite wide as he's taking the strides, and his arms are kind of like
Riding an
raised,
imaginary boar.
and he's using them to run, and one of them's got this great big axe in, and he's screaming as he goes. It's yeah, that's the one.
Like a fucking crab.
Makes me think of a kid's action figure, and the only way I can.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, put it on an action figure. He's going for it.
Wouldn't stop at pick up an alley, no?
That's the one. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one.
Okay. Yeah, so you charge across the river. You're screaming, the bullywug's screaming, the DM's screaming, and you smash into this bullywug with the bow with your great axe. You deal significant hits, a lot of damage. It possibly gets its arm up in time, and you cut into its arm rather than anything significant. But it's screaming at you. Its eyes are boggling. It's a lot of screaming.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so next up is the bullywug who was rifling through the stores. It is going to start making its way across to you. It can only move 20 foot, so it's probably going to draw up almost parallel with the one who is clambering out of the pool, but it is steadily making its way over towards you, Herbert. Okay, next up is the one in the hut. That one is going to stand up and get its spear and shield. So it is now ready to join the fight. Gonno, you're up next.
So, just checking with this mud in this river, is that deep enough to affect our movement, or does it count as difficult terrain or anything like that?
No, so it's
Really shallow then?
It's really, really shallow. It might be a foot deep at the deepest. It's more water running over pebbles.
Okay. Not that I need it for right now, but I probably will next turn. So, Gonno being Gonno is going to do the thing he does perhaps best. He's going to hide behind a tree. Going very close to the river, hopefully, so he'll try and take advantage of any cover that might afford. And then he'll unleash a firebolt at the closest bullywug.
Okay, so closest bullywug is currently engaged with Herbert. Do you want to fire at that one, or do you want to pick the next nearest?
I think as long as it's safe to do so, and I've got an opening, I'd probably target that one. At the very least, it'll warm him back up and maybe dry Herbert off a little. And that's probably the best way forward.
Okay, so roll to hit for me.
Okay, that's not the best. That isn't it. Plus, where the hell is that? There it is. That is an 8 plus 5 for 13, which isn't terribly good.
Not going to hit, unfortunately.
It was worth trying. Sorry.
You baked some of the ground dry.
And then he'll go back to hiding.
Okay, loving it. So next up is the one in the pool. It is going to step out of the pool, back up to its full height. These creatures are, they're big creatures. They're probably approaching, anywhere from 5 to 6 foot.
Okay.
They are, standard bullywugs are a bit smaller. These are very much feral, very much wild bullywugs. It will stand up out of the pool, and it will take a couple of steps forward towards you, Herbert, similarly zeroing in on you. Okay, so top of the round, Ernest, you are up.
Okay. What Ernest will do, he will move on up to where Herbert and the bullywug are engaged.
Yep.
And use his action and bonus action to land a few hits on and try and aid Herbert. A 13 plus a 6 for a 19.
Will hit, yes.
Nice.
And that's going to be 2d4 plus 4 twice, so it's going to be 8 plus 2d4.
Nice.
That's going to be 11 points of damage, please.
11 points of damage. Wow, okay.
Bosh.
Yeah. The one with the bow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You dart into the fray, perhaps darting around Herbert's legs to get to this bullywug. And you can see he's got his axe buried in its forearm, and he's pushing back. And they're both. You approach, and they are both still screaming. Proper scream fest. You dart in there,
Screaming.
joining the fray. Take your guard up.
Yep.
You deal 2 solid blows into its abdomen. One abdomen, one kidney, I'm going to say.
Okay.
And that is enough. You feel the force as you're hitting into that kind of rib area. You feel under your second fist one of these ribs break and pierce upwards. The bullywug stops screaming, its mouth hanging open as it shudders and drops dead.
Cool. Herbert, I'm doing your job here.
It's catching, isn't it?
Yeah. Ernest. Well, look at the crumpled heap on the floor and then raise both his fists and scream again. Bah!
Okay.
I think just for flavour, although it's not my turn, Herbert would just slap him on the shoulder, nearly knocking him over, going, excellent.
Okay. So that is one bullywug down. Excellent, loving it.
Okay.
So next up is Herbert. Yeah, that one's gone.
Right, where is the next nearest one to me? Because this is going to continue.
The next nearest one will be the one out of the pool.
Right.
So it's to your left.
Right, so as this thing is toweling itself off, doing whatever it's doing.
Oh, it's not telling you so.
Right, okay. He's going to run to the pool, round the edge of the pool. Can he get to this bully?
It's on your side.
Oh, it is on my side of the pool?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
It's coming towards you, so it's out of the
Okay,
side
fine.
of the pool.
So he's going to run directly to the bully, and whilst obviously he's still raging, once you've, can I just ask, reckless attack, once you've, do you have to declare that each turn, or is that then in motion?
You have to declare it.
What does it say in the...
It just said first attack per turn.
Yeah, so until your rage ends, the reckless attack will be in place.
Okay. Right, so he will do exactly the same again. He's raging, he's got reckless attack in place, and he is going to recklessly attack this thing.
Excellent.
So roll to
So
hit.
roll to hit, yep.
That's an 11 plus 6, which is a 17.
17 will hit, yep.
17 will hit. So then he's again.
Did you roll with advantage on that? I mean, it doesn't matter, it's hitting.
No, I didn't. I'll do it again. 16 plus 6, which is a 20.
Better, yeah. Yeah, so
You
you
got to roll
hit.
again, so you might get a crit.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Okay, so he's hit. So I'm going to roll the damage, which is a D12 plus 4 plus 2.
Yep.
So, it's cocked. Can I re-roll?
Roll it again.
Okay, I wish I'd taken the first one. That's a 5, plus 2 for his rage, plus 4. So
11.
Yeah, 11
Okay, nice. Yeah. So you throw yourself at the next bullywug. You're swinging your axe. You're gonna catch it.
He's screaming.
Yeah. Okay. The bullywug starts screaming. Yeah. So you sink your axe in, and you're dealing quite a bit of damage here. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. So next up is
Just for reference, Sam, reckless attack. You can decide whether or not to do it. It doesn't stay active, and it doesn't actually say anything about you need to be raging.
It says, I've got written down declare, but I've got to be in rage. But
PHB, starting second level, you can throw aside all concern for defence and attack with fierce desperation. When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn, but attack rolls against you have disadvantage until your next turn.
right, okay, so I
It
don't
doesn't
have to
mention
be
range.
in rage. Right, okay, I'll cross that out. I don't know where I got that from. Okay, cool.
because it's the frenzy which gives you exhaustion, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. So, next up is the bullywug that was rifling through the stores. It had previously moved up towards the pool. It is now going to round the edge of the pool and come in to attack you, Herbert. So, it is going to roll to hit with a spear. Will a 19 hit?
A 19 will hit, yes.
19 will hit. That's what I like to hear.
Not what I'd like to hear.
So it is going to do 3 points of damage as you get speared.
3 points of damage.
Half though. You're raging.
Oh. Resist. Oh, is it? Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Piercing
piercing,
damage.
isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's half. Yeah, thank you.
Yep. So that'll be 1 point damage.
1 point of damage.
It'll be nice. We'll round
It's
it.
just going to grunt.
You get pricked.
I've had a prick. There you go. Someone had to say it.
Okay, so next up is the bullywug, which was in the hut asleep. He will similarly join over to charge over to join in the fray. He will go for Ernest.
Oh dear.
So he is going to do a 14 to hit.
Will not hit.
Will not hit. Okay, no. He jabs at you with the spear as he goes, and you're able to dodge out of the way and avoid it. Okay, so Gunnar, you're up next. Hiding behind a tree.
So the bullywugs that are obviously fighting with my friends, are they kind of clustered together?
Yeah, kind of. So you've got the one from the pool and the one which was riding through the stores on Herbert, and then you've got the one which has just come from this small square hut on Ernest.
Would you say they're within like a 15-foot cone, for example?
From where you are, you probably wouldn't be able to get. You'd be able to get the two, but not the one on Ernest and where you are, just from the angle you're at.
I'll take two, as long as I'm not affecting my friends and those else that are fighting.
You'd probably if you're throwing a cone out with those two, they're in melee with the Herbert, so you would catch him.
Okay, so what I'll do then is I'll advance so that I'm behind them, say about 10 feet behind them. So I can position myself to try and do that trick next turn.
Okay, so how much movement have you got? Are you using like a full round?
I've got
to
25 foot,
move,
so
or?
I can use 25 foot to move up behind these two, probably standing with my feet in the water still.
Okay, yep.
So the next turn I can try and position myself on the flank to try and catch possibly even all three in a cone.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I think I'm going to take on whichever one looks more injured and try to set him on fire, because I like doing that.
Okay. So that's gonna be the one which Herbert's currently got an axe in. So roll to hit.
Okay, let's give it a go. That's a bit better. 16 plus 5, 21.
So that will
nice.
hit.
So for 4 points of hot damage.
4 points of hot damage. Nice. Okay.
Does he hop from foot to foot?
No.
He hot-footing it. Oh dear.
Yeah.
You went
He's
there.
a frog, isn't he? You just want to see him hop from foot to foot, really. Never mind.
Okay, it's at the end of your turn, Gunnar.
Yes, just keep them busy. Keep them busy.
Okay. So next up is the one which has just come from the pool and which you've just set on fire. He is battling with Herbert. He's going to go for a multi-attack on this one. So he is going to attempt to bite you to start off with a 8 to bite.
Is it against Ernest?
Herbert, sorry.
So you get rolls are in.
Yes, you're
Roll
right.
with advantage.
Yeah.
Or a 19 on the bite.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so that is going to do 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that
Which
half?
I have, which is half, so take 1 point. Is it rounded down or up?
Rounded down would be nice.
Okay, it'll be 1 point then.
Okay. And then it's going to attempt to stab you with a spear. With a 3 plus 3 for 6, or a natural 20.
Oh, what?
So,
Ouch.
crit rolls in 5e, just someone remind me.
Just
is
you roll the dice twice and add a
doubled.
modifier once.
It's just doubled.
Yep. Okay, so we've got 2d6s plus the mod. 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of piercing damage, which will be halved to 5 for you.
Yep, okay, got it.
Okay, so yeah, it bites you, then stabs you, then screams.
You will just hear grunting from Herbert because he's irritated and angry.
Okay, excellent, good job. So, top of the round, Ernest.
So, just try and get this. So we got a dead one, a Herbert, how many bullywugs, and an Ernest.
Okay, so looking at the camp, you've got obviously the 10-foot river, and then you've got a big rectangular hut on the one side of the camp, small square hut on the other side, right? You are in effectively the dead centre. That is where the dead bullywug is. You are stood next to it with the one from the small hut which has come over to engage. Across to the left there is a pool slightly up, which is where Herbert is engaged with the other two, and
right.
Gonner, you are kind of stood in the water's edge near this spectacular hut.
So me and Herbert are together. We're fighting individual.
No, because Herbert moved off to take on the one with the pool.
That's taken the option away. Yeah. So what I shall do is I will. Hold on. Give me one moment. Yeah, I'll use flurry of blows and a key point.
Excellent.
To do 3 attacks on the one.
Nice. So, roll to hit.
So I rolled 3 times, so it's 3 attacks. That's
Yep.
correct. So we've got the lowest one is a 11.
Okay.
So 5 plus a 6, and then we've got 2 12s plus 2 6s for 2 18s.
Okay, the second two will hit.
Brilliant. Okay, so that's going to be 8 and 8 and 5, 13.
13 points of damage?
Yes, please.
Excellent, yeah. So you dodges the first one, but you kind of use it with a decoy, deal another 2 big blows into it, and yeah, it's taken some blunt force damage there. Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
No.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
So, Herbert, you're up next. You've got your axe buried in a bullywug.
So the bullywug is still stood in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to hit it again.
Okay.
Not recklessly this time, but I am going to hit it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 4 plus a 6, which is only a 10.
Yep, so you missed on that attack. You doing anything else?
Well, I can't make any other attacks, so
Screaming?
yeah. Perhaps intimidate him by screaming directly in his face.
Give me a very good scream.
Any good?
You can roll an intimidation check now.
Many throat sweets there. An intimidate check. Right. Intimidation. Just doing that. Oh. 3 plus a 2 for a 5. I'm thinking that's probably not going to cut it.
Yeah, no, that's not going to cut it.
He ends it with a big cough.
His voice breaks halfway through and he goes,
Yeah.
"Ah!"
But
That's
it's,
it, yeah.
but it's about as intimidating as your average long-haired chihuahua that's just had a bath and a blow dry.
No, those are very intimidating. Just chihuahuas in general, they're intimidating.
Yeah, he's screaming and he will just like choke on his own spit halfway through.
Phlegm it up.
Yeah.
You see, yeah, it lands in its eyeball and you see the spit bubbles just drip down its eyes. It
Yeah, that'll do.
blinks. Its long tongue licks its eye.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, so next up is the bullywug, which has just come out of the messing with the store. So he is also on you, Herbert. He is going to. You haven't recklessly attacked, no?
Not that time, no.
Okay, so he's going to try and do a multi-attack on you. So we're going for a bite and a stab with a 15, 18 on the bite
Oh, yes.
and a 13 on the stab.
No.
Okay, so he's only going to get you with the bite, so he's going to deal 6 points of damage with a bludgeoning, so 3 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Cool, excellent. Nice one. So, next up is the one which is on you, Ernest, the one from the hut. He is going to attempt to, again, to bite and stab.
okay.
So, we've got a 16 on the bite.
16 is my AC, yeah, so we'll
Yep.
hit.
And a, ooh, ouch, sorry, 22 on the stab.
Ouch.
Yeah, that will.
Okay,
It's
attention.
smart.
So, 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the bite, and a further 2, 3, is it 3? No, 4 points of piercing damage from the stab.
So 5 and a.
5 and a 4, yeah.
Yeah.
9 points total.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, excellent. So, next up is Gonner.
So for an illusionist, he's mostly been a pyromaniac so far, so change things up. He is going to take up that flanking position, basically try and fire a cone that would end its area just in front of his companions. And
Okay.
it's a 15-foot cone, so he's going to have to be pretty close. If we can catch 2, that's fine. If we can catch 3, then I think he'll have been range for an attack opportunity, so probably just the 2. And
Yeah, you would only be able to catch the 2 because of where Herbert is
okay,
at the moment. So yeah, you'll only be able to catch 2.
he can catch 2 with say 20 foot of movement. He'd do that, and he can cast colour spray. So this one does give a saving throw, which is a... Oh my god, no, it's not. No, my apologies, not even a saving throw. There's no save on this, that's even better. Essentially, I'm going to cast this at 2nd level. This is going to be 8d10 in total because of that. Essentially, what you're going to do is...
Fucking what?
It's not damage. You're going to essentially remove the hit points of each creature in turn, and if the amount I've got left over equals the hit points or less, they are blinded. So the first one's got 10 hit points, second one's got 22. If I roll 31, I'm out of luck, I don't get the second one, but I would otherwise. Okay?
Okay.
So let's see what we get with 8d10. I'm looking forward to this, he says, throwing a dice out.
8d10?
Yeah.
Hefty.
8, 9, that's 17, 18, 27, and the other 4. 27, 35, 36, 46, 51.
51, okay. So...
Okay, so the one that's closest to me,
Yeah, okay.
without telling us obviously what its hit points are, I've got 51 points of, should we say, blinding effect. You reduce its hit points from the 51, and if it would reach 0, like if I do enough that would reduce its hit points to 0, it becomes blind. Okay?
Okay. Yep,
No save.
okay, so that's 1 blinded.
Then you take the remaining number I've got, whatever that is, apply that to the hit points of the next one. Again, if it would reduce it to 0, instead of going 0, it just becomes blind again.
Okay, give me 1 second to do the maths on that. Okay, yeah, so you're going to get both of them.
Amazing. So they're completely blind.
Nice.
And they're blinded until the end of my next turn.
End of your next turn. Excellent. So, blinded creature can't see or automatically fails ability check that requires sight, and attack rolls against it have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Excellent.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
that is looking good.
That's
Is that the end of your turn?
No, so the 3 creatures actually engaged in fighting with us, right?
Yes.
So can I then just step forward slightly to... No, I lied. I'll do it next turn. I'm just going to stand back for a moment, get a little bit out of their reach in case they accidentally swing my way.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
Hope that helps. Just this blinding
So-
spray of light, this rainbow pattern blasting past you for a moment and leaving them stunned and blind.
Okay. So, the one which has been blind is one that's crawled out of the pool. It will screech and proceed to just attempt to wail at whatever is in front of it, which just so happens to be you, Herbert. So it's going
Surprise!
it's going to roll with disadvantage. So it's going to roll with disadvantage on a bite. So 6 and a 5 rolled. So that's a 8 maximum.
Nope.
And then it's going to attempt to stab out at you. So that is going to be a... Oh, what a time to throw a natural 20, eh?
And a unit, there's 2 of them.
A 4 plus 3 for a 7 to hit you. Which is a no.
No.
Okay, so, yeah. It's,
So
was worth
happy
it.
with yourself.
Just dancing a little here.
yeah. So, yeah, it attempts this... It wails out widely, and in fact, it's not going to hit you. It can't see you, it's not hit you. So, top of the round, Ernest.
Okay, so did mine get caught? The one that's fighting me, did that get caught?
No.
So I'm the one that's not. So looking
Yes.
at what just went on, and realising it's probably be better if my combatant was over near there as well. So I'll sort of scoop myself around them to sort of like start hitting them towards it.
Okay, so you're moving around and you're going to... Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so I'm
can-
not leaving the area, just repositioning
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, sure,
and
you
I'm
can
going to
do
do
that.
flurry of blows again.
Nice. Okay,
So
so
here's
roll to
another key
hit.
point. Okay, so that 2's probably not going to hit, the 4's not going to hit, but the 15, which would make a 21, would that hit?
That would hit, yes.
Okay, so that's going to be 1d4 plus 4. That's going to be 6 points of damage.
Okay,
But
nice.
using open hand technique, when you use flurry of blows, you can make them take a. It can either be a strength or a dex. So if they want, I don't know whether you choose this or I choose this, but the plan was to make them try and pass a strength check. If they fail, they get pushed back towards the rest of them 15 foot.
Okay.
So it's a strength check of 15.
Okay, strength DC 15. Let's go for it. So, a 18 plus 2 for 20.
Oh. No problem.
So no, unfortunately not. You give it a good shove, and unfortunately, because it's quite a bit bigger than you, you're just not able to kind of get enough
Yeah,
on
no
it
problem.
at the moment. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, I'm quite happy just going toe to toe with it.
Okay, web to web.
With the
Okay, so next up is Herbert. You will have advantage on the attack rolls against these creatures.
Okay, so both of these bullywugs are by me. I am going to frenzy,
Right,
Ooh.
okay.
and I am going to firstly attack the bullywug that I've been attacking in front of me, the one that's come out of the pool.
Okay.
Does that go? That's 12 plus a 4, which is a... Is it 12 plus 4? 12 plus a 4, which is a 6? No, I'm sorry, 12 plus a 6, which is an 18.
18 will hit.
18 will hit. Right, let's roll the damage on that one.
Which one are you going for, sorry?
The one in front of me that's come out of the pool.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So rolling a d12. Oh, that's disappointing. Well, that's a 1 plus plus the 2 for my rage, plus a 4 for the slashing damage. So that's 1, that's 3, that's 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage, okay.
And then as
Solid.
bonus action in my frenzy, I am going to turn my axe on the other one that is stood next to me.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I am going to smack it with my axe as hard as I can, my great axe.
Okay, round
So
to
I'm going
hit.
to try and attack that one. And that is a 13 plus a 6, which is a 19 to hit.
Will hit, yep.
And then that is a d12.
Remember, these are advantage, so do check for crits.
Oh, that's true. Yes,
Yep.
I'll get advantage on that. You're correct. Yeah, no, forget that. I'll take the first one. So that's a 2 plus a 4, which is 6, plus my rage, which is an 8 points of damage on that one.
Excellent. Okay, yeah, so that's a pretty solid hit. Cool. So, next up in the round is the one you've just hit. So, that one is also blinded, so it will attempt to make a couple of wild attacks at you with disadvantage. So, first up for the bite, a 17 and a 15 rolled, so the lowest 15, 18 to hit you.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay, so the bite is going to deal 3, 4, 5 points of damage halved, so 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And the spear attack will go for a 12 and a 5 rolled, so 5 plus 3, 8 to hit. Not going to hit.
No.
Okay, so that one misses. So next up, the one which is battling against you, Ernest. It will go for, again, full round attack, also multi-attack at you. So bite is going to be a 15, 16, 18 to hit. Ernest, yeah.
Yeah, 18 hits you.
Okay, and the spear is going to be a 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, so the bite will deal a further 4 points of damage to you.
Okay.
They haven't really got teeth, so they're just kind of gumming at you at the moment. Okay, so next up in the round is Goner.
Who will shout pointedly at the rather large bullywug that's fighting Ernest and go, "Oh no, an ogre!" And as he does that, he's going to use his last second level spell, Flop, for Phantasmal Force.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
this crafts an illusion that takes root in the mind of the creature that I can see, and this creature has to make an intelligence saving throw. If they fail the save, I can create a phantasmal image that would fill a 10-foot cube potentially, and can only be seen by that target.
Okay, so it's going to make an intelligence save then?
Yep.
Which isn't going to be particularly good because these are particularly thick creatures.
Duh.
With a 3 minus 2 for 1.
Can we call that a critical fail? So, the phantom in this case includes pretty much all stimuli. This creature believes it utterly. And I'm going to create the image of a very large, very hungry ogre that is determined to attack it and strike at it behind it to effectively try and also give flanking for Ernest.
Okay.
So each round on my turn, it can even take damage from it. So you can take 1d6 psychic damage from it, believing that it is being struck by this image.
Nice, okay.
Very nice.
Does that happen on the first round as well, or is it just for subsequent rounds?
It actually doesn't say. It seems to be a weakness in this one. I've been looking for it. I would presume yes, because it is still on my turn. It doesn't say when during the turn.
Yeah, I mean, if you get it to appear, I'm assuming you can get it to do something straight away. So, yeah, let's go for it.
And it's just a d6. And it's 6, so okay, that's good.
Play!
So,
Okay.
just so you're aware, the creature can use its action to examine the phantasm, to basically make an investigation check. If it succeeds, it realises that it's an illusion and the spell ends, but it will otherwise last for concentration up to a minute.
Oh, okay. So, we're not going to get that far.
I hope
because
not.
as you cast that spell, you conjure this image of a large, frothing at the mouth ogre ready to hit it, and you kind of you make this image and you direct it to kind of try and hit the bullywug. The bullywug keels over and dies of fright.
Heart attack!
Excellent.
Stiff as a board. Yeah, it literally turned around, saw this and went, nope, noped off the mortal plane.
Oh, well.
Excellent.
Not even going to realise why he died.
Yep, exactly. So, yep, that one has just keeled over and left the fight.
Got to go hide behind his companions again. Put a bit of a wall of friends between him and the remaining bellywugs.
Okay, so next up in the round is one which has just come out of the pool. He's not looking very healthy at all. It is now the end of your next turn, so the colour spray will have
they're
off.
able to see again.
Okay, so he is now back up to full capacity, so no disadvantage on the attack roll. Does the frenzied attack provide a disadvantage? Does that have any effect on it?
No, it just means that when my rage ends, I gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to roll 1 for the bite, 1 for the stab. So a 18 on the bite.
That will hit.
Okay, and a 3 plus 3, 6 on stab is not going to hit. So the bite will deal 3, 4, 5 points of damage, halved to 2 for you. So you get 2 points of damage.
It's chipping away, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting in there. It's gumming at you thoroughly.
I've been properly gummed.
Yeah, it's gumming at you.
Lovely.
Okay, so top of the round is Ernest. You're up. Your opponent has just turned around and then killed over and died. If you enjoyed this episode and want to support the show, you can find us on Patreon, where you can access behind the scenes content. You can also join our Discord to chat with us, talk theories and keep up with campaign news. Links to both are in the episode bio. The next episode will be out on Tuesday the 10th of March. We hope to see you there. Until then, keep rolling.
Welcome to the Goblin's Notebook, an elite tabletop campaign planner and note-taking tool. The Goblin's Notebook offers a single-pane view of your tabletop RPG campaign notes for pre-session planning, in-session note-taking and post-session recapping. Keep all of your tabletop RPG campaign notes in a single, easy-to-navigate place. Make connections between creatures, locations or quests, enabling you to easily jump from object to object, keeping a precise journal during play, and offering the ability to share your notes or handouts with others. Whether you are a game master who wants to plan ahead, or a player taking notes during play, the Goblin's Notebook is the indispensable must-have tool. You can find the Goblin's Notebook at www.the-goblin.net.